Hey everyone, welcome to Data Millennials. I'm Atul, and in this video we are going to discuss about the identity operator in Python. So in Python there is two operator which is and is not are the identity operator, and it is used to check if the two values are stored or located on the same part of the memory. Two variables that are equal does not imply that they are identical. Thus, identity operators are used to compare the objects. If both the objects are actually of the same data type and share the same memory location, then it will return true, and if it is not, then it will return false. So we have two different type of operator over here for identity operator. First is, and it returns true if the operators are identical or the same object, and if we are using is not, it will return true if the operators are not identical and they are not the same object in the same memory. Okay, so let's take an simple example to understand how we can use this is operator and is not operator. Okay, so let me put is operator. Okay, so this is operator evaluates true if the variables on the either side of the operator points to the same object. Okay, so let's take two example. X is equal to 25, y is equal to 25. Okay, and then we are going to put z is equal to x. So we are assigning a variable x equal to 25, we are assigning y variable with 25, and then we are basically using a new variable z, and we are putting z is equal to x. Okay, now let's print and check if x is y. Let's run it. Yes, x is y, so both of them are same. Okay, now let's check print this z is y or not. Let's run it. We are getting true. Okay, how we are sure that these are basically located on the same part of memory? So to do that, we'll simply use the id function in Python. So let's say we are going to print id of x. Let me copy this, put it over here two times, put check id of y, check id of z. Let's print it. So you can see that the id is same. Okay, as the id is same, in this given example we are getting the id is same. Both the variable x and y have value assigned as 25 to it, and both of them share the same memory location. That is why we are getting true. Okay, now let's take a simple another example. Let me copy this completely and put it over here. In x we are going to put a list. Okay, so for the list, the first item will be Atul, second item will be Anand, third item will be is, and analyst. Okay, so I have broken down a sentence Atul Anand is an analyst and put it into a list based on the elements. Okay, now for y I am going to put another statement saying that Sandeep is a software developer. Okay, let me just comment these out first, and let me print this, and print this by checking x is y or not and z is y or not. So we have given z is equal to x also. So let's run this. So we are getting false, false. Okay, now if I check this id, you will see that the id is different for this x and y, but for z is same to of x. So the first one is x id. This is the memory location for x, this is the memory location for y, and this is the memory location for z. So z is equal to x, and as we are using a list. That's why we are getting these memory location is similar for x and y. So let me print this thing. Is z is equal to x, or z is x or not? So we should get true. So we are getting true because over here we are assigning the value of x to z, and in background what happens is that this list is getting assigned to a memory location, and for this z is also pointing to that same memory location. A new memory location has not been given to z. Z is pointing to x location, which is this location. Okay, now let's talk about is not operator. So let's take this example again. Okay, and let's put it over here, and with this is I'm going to put not. Is not y, z is not y, and z is not x. Okay, so this is not operator evaluates true if both the variables are not the same object and is not pointing to the same object. Okay, so it will only return true if both variables are not pointing to the same memory location, or both of the variables are not the same object. So let's run this. We are getting true over here because x is not y. X and y has a different memory location. Then the second part where z is not y, we are checking, we are getting true because z and y has different memory location. When we are printing z is not x, it is getting false because z and x and z has the same memory location, because z is pointing to the same memory location, which is x memory location. And if we take this id, we can see that memory location for x and z is same, while memory location for y is different. Okay, so this is how basically you can use the identity operator in Python to check if the two variable are located on the same part of memory and they are identical or not. Happy learning and see you in the next video.